Tomorrow I go to war, and I might not make it back. But it's okay. After all that I have done and experienced in my life, all that I've achieved, all of the light years I have traveled and all of the wonders I've seen, I feel like I've finally found my calling. Tomorrow I begin my life as an AX soldier, and I take up my duties on the front lines defending humanity against the Thargoids. I join all of the other brave men and women that defend humanity against the terror of these monsters, and I proudly commit to the unspoken vows to which all of those that fight against these demons pledge themselves. We will protect the innocent, and give our lives to defend those who cannot defend themselves. We give ourselves willingly to this cause because it is right, and it is just. We will stand ever watchful and vigilant against the Thargoid threat. We will be humanity's sentinels, and the vanguard against evil. This is the oath that we silently swear, and the promise that we will all fight until our dying breath to keep. I choose to take on these duties and responsibilities because it is the right thing to do. And if I were to die out there, it would not be a senseless, empty death, but an honorable one. One life to save so many others is a worthwhile sacrifice. And I haven't feared dying, not for a long time, since the day my daughter was taken from me. I've lived a good life, and they say that you don't know life until you have faced death, and I have. But I wouldn't trade my time flying amongst the stars, not for anything. My journey has made me who I am, a good person, and one that has learned that something good can always be found, even from bad and painful things. I've seen things some people couldn't imagine, things of such wonder and beauty. I've stood on planets thousands of light years from Earth, and I've fought demons beyond people's worst nightmares. I've piloted starships that cruise faster than the speed of light, and can travel light years in just seconds. I've got some stories, just like any pilot that takes to the stars. And that's why we chose this life, so that we could see things we've never seen before. And along the way, I have suffered pain and loss. In time, a broken heart can heal, but it will always bear the scars. Enduring the loss of my daughter, the pain was unbearable at times. But they say that death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside us while we live. And that made me realize that the other old sayings are also true. It is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. And that love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. The more that I have experienced in my life, the more I've come to realize that no matter what we do, where we go, how far we travel, or how quickly we get there, the greatest and most profound discoveries we can make, they're not beyond that jump to that next star or over that distant horizon. They're within us. And so I go now to follow true warriors into battle and to fight beside heroes. I will be fighting for a brighter tomorrow, to create a future that I could have been proud for my daughter to have grown up in, and to honor her memory. I hope that she would have thought of me as brave, and that she would have been proud of me. And maybe there will come a day when we defeat the Thargoids, and there will be no need for AX soldiers anymore, and we can come home. I hope I live to see that day. Until that day comes, remember us. Don't let our fight or our sacrifice be forgotten, as that would diminish the spirit of the human race that we fight so hard to protect. And when this war is won and we do go home, we will look back and remember the time when we were soldiers. We will remember the sacrifices that were made, and we will think of all of those that were lost. We will remember all of the horrors that we saw and the pain we endured. And we will remember what we did out there and how we made a difference. One day, when I am gone, if my story is ever told, let them say that I loved and lost, and let them say that I lived, and that I did so in a time of hope and opportunity and of endless possibilities, when mankind explored the galaxy and intrepid souls set foot on strange new worlds and looked in wonder for the first time upon new horizons. Let them say that I lived in a time of legends, and that I fought alongside them, as gladiators clashed with demons, and titans were slain by champions with endless bravery and courage. Let them say that I lived in a time of heroes. Let them say I lived in the time of the elites. I don't know how long I'll be away for, but do not worry for me while I'm gone. Always remember I love you. And if the worst happens, do not grieve for me, because I will go to a better place. Last night I had a dream. I was stood looking out at an ocean, with beautiful blue sky above me and white sands beneath my feet and between my toes. I could feel the warmth of the sun on my skin and the gentle caress of the breeze, and I felt my daughter's hand in mine as she stood beside me. It was Elysium, and I know this is where I will go should my time come while I'm out there, and so I stepped forward onto the next part of my journey without trepidation or fear. And so, if I don't make it, and if you do feel sad, then let it be that beautiful kind of sadness, knowing that I'm going to a better place, to be with my angel again, in eternity. No more suffering, no pain, only joy, and peace, of a kind I never truly could have hoped for in this life. I'll be free. Each night I sleep calm and contented. I feel my daughter take my hand as I drift off, and I fall asleep lost in memories of my little girl. And if I should meet my end out there, don't worry. I will not go feeling fear or regret, because my final thoughts will be of her. If I do die, bury my ashes beneath the stars, in the anemone field next to hers. If I don't come back, then, beyond the endless sea of stars, you and I will see each other again. Someday. Jordanna Frost, signing off.